Real Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage. One, two, 1, 2. You now rocking with the No Vultures podcast. You got me, myself, Lord Rap. You got OG Clee going away on a vacation. Well, OG Clee actually free, man. He out the halfway house, man. So, we got our other half back. He just can't come to the A right now. And right now, we got a very, 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 very special guest. Now, this guy, you ain't in music. You don't fuck with music. You don't do none of that if you don't know who this is. Like if you don't fuck with him, you don't fuck with nothing, man. Because this nigga got some of the biggest hits in the game, right? And he one of the most humble producers that ever existed, man. Unless you know, you wouldn't know, because he ain't running around popping his shit on every motherfucking blog and podcast and all that shit. But today we got motherfucking Will of Fool on No Vultures, man.
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, how you doing, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. Taking it one day at a time, man, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. I got to give you the No Vultures disclaimer, man. I started a podcast because I wanted to cover the real legends, what I feel like was legends, right? But I wanted to get to the source. I didn't want to just say, we get this little bullshit about you and we don't really know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And then, unfortunately, when shit happened in the blogs, we find out dumb shit about people that we shouldn't even be knowing because that's their business. You know what I'm saying? But we don't never highlight the real shit. Right. So we started No Vultures and called it No Vultures because we anti-culture vulture.
Yeah, I like the name. That's dope.
Yeah.
I like the meaning behind it too.
Man, I appreciate
that's dope.
it.
Yeah, that's dope. For real.
So how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Working hard, man. Like I've been like tunnel vision. Like this year, I've been like really focused, on the music and really just, just coming up with like a bigger plan to like expand and do different things with the music and things outside of music as well. So that's I've been just straight tunnel vision, just straight,
That's dope, man. I gotta get into it though, man. Right? Original Atlanta, West Side.
Yes, sir.
Bankhead.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised.
You
know what I'm saying? Because while I'm here, I got to talk that shit to a nigga that's really from here. Because outsiders gotta learn and get educated on the real Atlanta.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that's really from Atlanta. Because I always ask Ken. Ken Lee here now, and we from the Bay. So I say, hey man, go find out who was them niggas before BMF. That type of Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to find out who was the Atlanta niggas, you know what I'm saying? And not even just in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But it's other things. It's factors about and people we learn about later on in life. You know what I'm saying? So
like the music wise or just in general?
Well, the music wise and the streets, but not necessarily even that negative, right? Because you might have a nigga that's an actor right now that you play Pop Warner football.
Oh yeah,
with.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You might have a nigga that you used to go to the Boys and Girls Club with that. You know what I'm saying? Is a motherfucking ball player right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Because what I'm doing is trying to humanize us, right? Because if you wasn't here and you didn't make it in entertainment or sports, we all know what our friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I try to make it to like how we live ain't necessarily normal.
Right.
So just because niggas be getting killed don't mean that that's what's supposed to be happening. You know what I'm saying? Just because niggas in jail don't mean that's what's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I do know about you is, as far as music and what you know about music, you really know music and you learn through your grandma. So how was that, man? And what made your grandma start teaching you music?
Man, she didn't want me in no trouble, so she, my pop was hell, so she didn't want us to grow up like he did, like just being hard headed and just getting in a whole bunch of trouble and shit like that. So. It was either like sports. It was like she was trying to figure out, you gonna do something with your life, right. You ain't finna just be a sorry ass like little nigga around here. Like you gonna be good at something. Right. So she kept me in like football, baseball, basketball, camp, music. Like she had me occupied. So I didn't really like the music at first. I ain't really like it. I couldn't really sit there and really like take it in, and for some reason, I just couldn't do it. I was like 5, 6 years old, and I couldn't really like focus on it. But I don't know, somehow, some way, I guess like it was meant for me to be in music because I stuck with it for some odd reason. it stuck with me, and now I'm still trying to figure out why, but I can't pinpoint it as to why. I just wanted to stay with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But throughout my school, like elementary, middle, high, I was in music.
Yeah.
I was in music, and it just stuck with me. But by the time I got to high school, I really started to feel like the passion for it. So I was just doing like different, like I wasn't in band or nothing like that. I was in orchestras, like some real, deep music, like learning music theory and stuff like that. I was learning that music theory like when I was 5, but you know, once you get deep, like once you start taking those classes in high school, it gets real deep into that. Like it's like you could research it. Like I think it's rocket science and music theory is like the two hardest type of like things you could learn about.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. It just got real interesting to me, and like the way I hear music, the way I hear things, like musically, some way, somehow I can't explain it.
Right.
I could just express it through creativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's crazy, man. Because I always think about music as like the soundtrack to a nigga life, right? So when you was young, like growing up in Bankhead on the west side, you got your grandma teaching you music, and then hip hop is being hip hop.
My mom always had music playing every day.
Okay.
She played music every day. Like she played Earth, Wind and Fire. She was playing like every day. Like I'm hearing this shit every day. It's like, damn, okay. And then it's like I'm living a movie, man. Like people, you know how they mom be cooking and stuff, and music be playing. And it's like it's like a movie. Like when I look back at, you know, my younger like days and shit like that. Like, damn, bro, this is like I really could do a movie for real.
Yeah, yeah. Earlier when I was researching you and before, so I was like, you know, because it takes patience, right? You learning in a different type of way, right? So like when what you describing for the kids who not old enough to know what you mean, right? By your parents playing music and how important that is. You're learning about this music. You hearing real music, right? And it's playing all the time. Now these are stereo systems. This ain't you getting a Bluetooth speaker.
Nah, hell nah.
It
was straight radios and stereos.
Yeah. So how was that like? So your mom explain to me the environment in Bankhead. It's like little niggas playing football in the streets, dope boys out there. Is it Regals and Monte Carlos? Is it what it's looking like out there?
Man, when I was growing up, Bankhead was, man, it was lovely. Like grass green as hell, like some movie shit. But you know the drugs, the dope, and all that shit came into the community, and it messed up everything. You know what I'm saying? It messed up everything. Like, of course, we had the summer camps. Like, you know, we had our little partners. We played football, stuff like that. Of course, you know, we did that in the street. We go to different little projects and shit. We go kick it with the homies and shit like that. But for the most part, like when the drugs like really got into the neighborhood, it ruined everything. Like
now this is crack we talking about?
Crack, whatever heroin, everything. Hell yeah.
So like. Did you like growing up from being innocent, having your partners, right? Did you see that shit change because of dope and money? Like because
it changed like that. It changed because of the drugs and the money. And shoot, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm pretty sure every young nigga had the same thing. They looked up to the dope boys. Man, shit, he ran around in T-top cutlass. You know what I'm saying? Like with the man, come on, bro. And he got all the bad bitches. Come on, bro. Like it's like, man, I never forget this shit, bro. I'm telling, I ain't even gonna say a name because that's OG. You know what I mean? And he had this car on it so bad. I'm like 12, 13.
Okay.
I'm like, man, shit, bro. What I gotta do to get that? You know what I'm saying? He like, shit, bro. He was like, He didn't encourage me to get into the streets though. He was just like, man, you make all A's, I'm gonna give you the car. I give you 3 cars. I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like he's selling, but I know what he doing, so it's like,
Yeah.
man, I ain't trying to wait no damn. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, man, it's that type of lifestyle, man. It's addicting. Like you get caught up in it. For real, you get caught up in it.
So around that age, you jumped off the porch?
Nah, I ain't jump out the put around that time, man. That shit, my folks whooped my ass.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah.
caught me doing that. But shit, later on after that, yeah, niggas out here getting some money, but not around that time, shit.
Now,
That-
I always talk to my OGs because it'd be like a different time, right? When they got in the game,
Mhm.
like when they got in the game, it was easier to get to a brick or get to some real heavy weight, right?
Mhm.
But from niggas from my era, I had to start off rushing on the street.
Mhm.
I'm out there serving, right,
Mhm.
hand in hand,
Mhm.
right. And some niggas never move up, right? It's like the game a trap.
Man, what? Man, it's so many of them I watched was the nigga at the time. They was the man. They had it all. They had to me in my mind, how I perceive they life and what they got going on, they had the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, me being young, I wasn't thinking outside what could be bigger.
Right.
You feel? I see
Right.
what's going on in front of me, so I'm like, damn, this man got everything.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, now I look at him, he over there on the dope. He ain't got nothing. He lost it all.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
Man, like, and then you start to look, you see them, and you want to have respect for them when they was the man, but you like, you fucked up now, huh? You ain't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, your partners, like, did all y'all get in the game, or you still had some niggas that just was, like, doing the square shit and just didn't fuck around?
Some I ain't really had many partners like that.
Yeah.
But the ones I did, they ended up, they still trying to do it, but some of them ended up going crazy. Somebody laced they shit. They end up going crazy. Some of them we fell out because they was envious, and I don't know, they may be on it too. I don't know, but it's only one that just really been there from the jump. Ain't really did no, really just work and did his own thing and kept it straight and narrow. But the rest of them, they just pretty much they got on that dope or somebody laced their weed and they you know what I'm saying.
That shit crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you like getting into music.
Mm-hmm.
What about around what year was that?
Ooh. Well, now, that was like 95,
95.
94, 95.
So-
I think I was like 5 or 6.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And so making a beat, actually making.
Oh,
a beat.
making a beat. No, see, I was actually playing
Yeah, no, I know you was playing instruments,
but
but
making
like
a
once you
beat-
became a team, because then you break off, right? So
Yeah.
your friends, you got different niggas start liking pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
for
get
sure.
distracted, right?
Mhm.
So, how did you figure out you was gonna produce? Like, how did you take that musical talent into actual production?
I had a homie. He actually moved to Oakland. He moved to Oakland, and we ain't cool no more though. We fell out over
Yeah.
some crazy shit. And when he came back from Oakland, he was like, "Man, I've been making beats, so I'm like, shit for real." And I was like, "Shoot, I've been doing music my whole life, so it ain't nothing to make the music. It's
Right.
just being able to technically use the program and make it come to life." So he showed me how to use the program, and then once I learned that, shit, it was a wrap.
It's
I think I was
Fruity Loops,
about
right?
it was FL.
Okay.
I started using FL at first,
Okay.
and that was probably like around 2007,
Okay.
2006,
Now,
2007.
I
something
gotta
like
ask
that.
you this: did the nigga had a real one or he had the crack version?
Man, he had the crack version. Man, he had a real shit. Man, we
Everybody
couldn't
had
afford
that crack
that.
version.
We couldn't afford that shit, boy.
Everybody
Shit, but
had
look though. Now that I think about it, man, if Fruity Loops was, man, niggas was using Fruity Loops in middle school,
Yeah.
but man, niggas was hogging up computers because I couldn't get on the computer. Niggas was hogging up computers and shit. They want to make a beat, so I'm like, man, let me get on there. I'm trying to bogart it now because you ain't
Right.
trying to let me get on it.
Right.
Man, niggas would not let me get on that shit, man. But I would have been using it back then in middle school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get on Fruity Loops, because everybody done tried it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
when you get on that motherfucker, you realize it's kind of user friendly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, for me, when I saw the dots, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these is the actual beat. Oh, this the hi hat, right? Oh, I can take this out and put this,
Mm-hmm.
and then it started getting technical to me.
Yeah, it get real
When
deep.
they start talking about quantizing and shit, I'm like, oh, I don't even know what the
Quantize.
fuck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing no more.
Mm-hmm.
I just make a beat and then tell a nigga to take it. But you just went in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I learned like he was teaching me. He was teaching me and teaching me and teaching me. And it just became more of a routine, and then I started trying new things on it, along with the foundation that he laid out for me. I started learning, like trying new things on there, and just trying to pinpoint and figure out my own little tweaks and how I wanted to make certain stuff sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, it get real deep.
In that process, what part did DJ Plug play?
DJ Plug, we were classmates.
Okay.
And Plug, I didn't know Plug was into making beats until we all got out of high school. I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know. And shoot, we were just all, classmates and shit, from the same area. We went to school together, and we just became, started networking and getting closer, on a music level. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Plug a real nigga, a cool ass nigga. At the end of the day, it's my dog.
Yeah.
So, classmate, another classmate too, JT, DJ JT.
Okay.
He started doing the DJing thing under Plug, and then next thing you know, he was bridging the gap between us because Plug over here doing his thing. I'm over here trying to, make it do what it do on my end. So shit, we ended up getting together, and I started using like certain resources and connections and relationships on my end to help Plug. So it's like, shoot, man, shit, it's enough money in it for everybody, bro. Like,
Right.
I ain't finna just get all my plugs and we from the same thing, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, even if it was just somebody I didn't really know like that, but I know and I can help them, I'm gonna help you, bro.
Is this Underground Atlanta days?
Hell yeah.
So this is
It was like the end of
mixtape
Underground.
heaven.
Hell yeah. It was like going like on the beginning of the end
Okay.
of the Underground.
Okay.
Yeah, the mixtape game. Yeah, hell yeah.
Mixtape crazy.
Hell yeah.
Scream.
I love Scream, bro.
Yeah.
I like even like when I was in high school, that's all the mixtapes I would get was DJ Scream. Either DJ Scream or MLK.
And MLK. Yeah. That shout out.
We
Scream
go straight
and
to the
MLK.
Metro Mall and try to get all of them.
Yeah. You when you say Oakland and you mention the Bay, it'd be funny how it'd be a connection a lot of times, right? So I'm thinking about like you even had coming up some connection with Zaytoven. And
How did I meet Zay, man? Let me think. How did I meet Zaytoven? Okay, I think this how I met Zay. Man, it's a dude from the front of hood, man, named Trap. He would sell clothes out his car. Not even just clothes. He sell bags, jewelry, shoes.
Damn.
You got that one nigga that will sell everything.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's selling himself. He'll sell his damn self to you. Like he a hustler. Like he gonna get it.
Yeah.
And man, much love to Trap, bro, cause he introduced me to Trouble, Alley Boy. He introduced me to a lot of niggas like before the actual rise of him. Like he like, man, I'll take you over there to him. Ooh, I go over there, I be giving him clothes, this and that and the third. Shoot, man, he take me to I don't even know where I'm at, but I know it's Trap though.
Right.
Niggas in that, it's shit going on. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I meet the duct tape and all them at that time, and he ended up taking me to Zaytoven house, I think, and I ended up meeting Zay out there.
That's crazy, man. Shout out to Zay, man.
Yeah.
He big
Legend, man.
straight
Legendary.
legend, man. So I gotta ask you this too, because around this time you younger, so I'm thinking of the influence of how much music influences us, right? When the Shawty Low T.I. shit was going on, Did you see your hood divided?
Nah, hell nah.
Or they took it as rap shit?
Nah, nobody really. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody really seen him over there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like no. Not throwing no type of shade toward Tip, but we never seen him over there.
Right.
I never seen him. My whole life, I never seen Tip over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see Shawty Low like at the top. Like I see him over there. I see him like, but Tip, we ain't see you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, we went to school with some of his family and shit, but I never seen him over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just always wondering about that because it's like when that's going on, it's again outsiders looking in, but this how impactful Atlanta is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking of the city.
Nah, fact. You had what who was that going around? Alpha Mega, he was going around different places, like, and people older people would tell you like, nah, we ain't never seen him over here. He don't come around.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like even if you was a square, we knew who you was. You know what I'm saying? But we never seen him over there. Like I know some of his cousins, but I never seen him. You know what I'm saying?
Seen him over there.
So it's different. We don't see you. Like,
Stay on blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair run like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil' M.